Hey guys, how's it going out there? Well, today it's an unscheduled video. Nah, don't worry you guys. I know what everyone's probably thinking about out there. Every time when I say that there's an unscheduled video, I always talk about the Sonic the Hedgehog movie updates. But no, so far from what I know, there are no Sonic movie updates of any kind right now. There is another type of video that just got released today, and I actually want to talk about this. This is, now, just to be clear, this is an unscripted video. It's just like my thoughts because it just happened today. It just dropped, I believe, today. For the record, I know already that maybe my cousin and some of my friends from my personal job, I guarantee it that some of my friends and whoever will be texting me and they'll be asking me, oh, like, what are your thoughts about this, the Nintendo Switch LITE and da-da-da-da, and, yeah, so then I'll be texting them back and I'll be like, check out my new video, and then you guys can see for yourselves on what do I think. So, yeah, so, little shameless plug, but, yeah, but anyways, so after I saw the video, that's right, there is going to be a new Switch coming out called the Nintendo Switch LITE. I thought that we were going to be getting the Nintendo Switch Plus or something like that, like just like a better update model or something. I didn't know that they were just gonna take a whole entire different turn with this. I was sitting here with my original Switch in my game room, just staring at my original Switch and just kind of thinking like, what could they do differently and what could we see? And I was also kind of thinking about what are the positives and the negatives about having a Nintendo Switch LITE. So I thought about it and I said, you know what? Okay, I got some things. So what am I going to talk about first? Well, I'm going to talk about the negatives, a little bit of the negative before the positive, because since I have like a little bit of that. So with the negative, the Nintendo Switch LITE is only going to be just a handheld system. It's not going to be a console or anything. But what a lot of people are saying, or a lot of people are going to be saying, is that's the big reason why the Nintendo Switch got its name. The only reason why it's called the Switch is because it's both systems in one. It's a handheld, and plus it's a home console. So you could play it at home on your TV screen, and also you could take it with you on the go to play video games wherever you go. So that's why the Switch got its name. And also another negative, everybody already has the Switch. So this one kind of came out a little bit too late. Like, I think like maybe like if this came out like a little bit before, maybe, or something, maybe I guess it could be better, but I have no idea. But that's kind of like one of the reasons why I say that it's more the negative. And also some things are going to be left out on this handheld version of the Switch, that some things are going to be left out that nobody's going to have the experience for if you don't have the original Switch already. So here we go. So here are the things that a lot of people will be missing out if you get this. So one of the things, and it's the biggest reason that why this is all about the Switch, and one of the reasons why a lot of people will miss this experience out, is actually putting it into the dock and playing it on your TV screen. And if you have to go, like if your friend calls you and you have to go and hang out with your friends, or if you have to go on a family vacation or something like that, or if you just want to have something to do when you're at your work or something, and you have your lunch break or something, and you just want to just relax, then you put the Joy-Cons in, take it out, and then you take the Switch with you wherever you go. So like I said, that's just the main purpose of that, and that's one of the experiences that you're going to miss once you get this new one, because it's wireless. And then also detaching your Joy-Cons are gonna be something that a lot of people are gonna miss out on too, is actually detaching it. Because also with the original Switch, it comes with a kickstand. So with the kickstand, if you go out somewhere and you want to just play it just like you're playing it on a TV screen, or you're playing with two players, you could set it down on a table and you could just detach your Joy-Cons, and you could just play on the Switch. And then also, or if you're playing with two players, you can have someone else your Joy-Con once you're outside and you're playing it with your friends, and also playing it like that. So I think that's another reason too why I think personally a lot of people will be missing out on the experience of the original Switch. Now let's go on to the positive side about this, is that I kind of know where Nintendo was kind of going with this idea and why they went with this idea. So now let me tell you guys that reason. Most people that own their Nintendo Switch, like some of my friends that I know, and most people that I know that I talk to, and also maybe some people that I see on YouTube or whatever, most of the people only use their Nintendo Switch as a portable console, as just a handheld. Some people I know don't even use their dock or even play it on their TV screen. And that's like one of the things why I think that Nintendo kind of went with that idea and kind of ran with that idea, is because they were like, well, instead of paying over $300 and getting the dock and like the cords that come for the dock and detachable Joy-Cons and all that and all the accessories, how about you can save your money, and around like $200 or like $100, that's a sweet deal. Around that price, you can get just the portable version of the Switch. I think that was why Nintendo went with that, was because most people do just use this as just a portable. Also, secondly, nothing of the Switch or from the original Switch is going to be left out. Just the experience of it, but at least like most of it is not going to be left out. You're still on the new Switch LITE. You do get the little like compartment, or the little latch right here where you can put your cartridges in. And also, the one thing that I was nervous about that they were going to leave out from the original Switch is the micro SD slot. On the original Switch, you have to pop out the kickstand, and it's right there, the micro SD card slot. So I was like, where will the micro SD card slot go if there is no going to be kickstand? If they're going to just leave that out? Turns out it will be on there, that the micro SD card is not going to be left out. It's going to be on the bottom part of the Switch. So that is really cool that they did not leave that out, because it's like, if some people do have the original version and they want to put their all their games or all their memory or whatever from their stuff that they have on the original one, and they want to put it on this new one, and it's just like, you don't want to redo it as a new system and have to re-download all your games again, having to purchase all your games again if you got them on the Nintendo eShop. So Nintendo did do well with the micro SD card, because it's like, you don't want to repay for all your games all over again and re-download all your games all over again, because then you wouldn't want to get that. So Nintendo did the best thing to doing that. And then also another thing though too is the D-pad. The new Nintendo Switch LITE is going to have a better D-pad. It's going to be the original Plus kind of like D-pad that we get on the Game Boys, and then also on the DS. It's not going to have like these buttons or whatever, which I think that would be better, because these ones are just like, because it's like when I play NES games on the Switch, or like if I played Contra, Castlevania, or even like on the all the other Nintendo NES games that I play on the Switch, I try to use the D-pad, and it's just like, it feels so uncomfortable. So then it's just like, instead of just playing it on here, I go to my solution and I play my NES cartridges on the original NES, because it has a better D-pad. So it's just like, now with this one, you can play your games better by using the D-pad on the new Switch. And also too, the other thing that I think would be really good for the Switch, and I think personally it's my positive more than the negative, is that the Joy-Cons are not going to be detachable, and they're going to be connected to the Switch. Why I think that that's kind of the best way to go, and the only reason why I say that is because when I play my Switch and it's like portable or whatever, I always hold it with two hands. I don't like holding my Switch with one hand or whatever, because sometimes I'm afraid that I'm going to bend the Joy-Con. So, or like somehow like it's going to slip off or whatever, or get too loose and the Switch falls. So I think like having it actually being attached is going to be the best way, because then you don't, for some people who are afraid that it's going, I don't know if it's just my weird thing or if some people are afraid about it, like if the Joy-Cons get loose or bent or whatever, because they're really small, they're smaller, they're less weight, and they have to hold, and when you're holding it in one hand, the one Joy-Con that you're holding has to hold all the weight of the Switch, and then plus the other Joy-Con on the other side. I just don't know if that's my weird thing, or if everyone else has that weird feeling as I do. And also another thing that I forgot to mention about this new Nintendo Switch LITE that I almost forgot, and this is a little bit more about the negative than it is a positive when I was just talking about the Nintendo Joy-Cons, is that if you're playing a game, like they use this as an example, if you're playing like 1-2 Switch, or games that are like, that have to do with movement or whatever with the Joy-Cons, you need to have the detachable Joy-Cons. So not only that you have to have the Nintendo Switch LITE with you wherever you go, but you also have to keep an extra pair of Joy-Cons with you. That's another monkey Dewey ass right there. Monkey Dewey ass. That's a new one that I don't think that I've ever said on this channel. But that's another thing why I think that's kind of bad, and it will suck with the new one, because it's just like, oh yes, like I can play this game or whatever with my friends. Ah shoot, then that means I have to bring a whole entire extra pair of Joy-Cons. And also too, without the kickstand, how are you gonna play two players on your Nintendo Switch LITE if it doesn't have a kickstand? Like most people, they go like, oh hey, do you want to play some Mario Kart or play 1-2 Switch? Here you go, here's a Joy-Con, I'll take a Joy-Con, and then you kick the kickstand open, and then you set it down on a table to play your games. This one, the new one doesn't come with a kickstand. So are you just gonna say, all right, here's your set of Joy-Cons, and then you're just gonna hog the screen as well? Like, that makes no sense. Or do you have to bring a whole entire another set of Joy-Cons? So not only that you have the Nintendo Switch LITE, but then you have to bring a whole new set of Joy-Cons for your friend, and then you have to bring a whole entire new set of Joy-Cons for you as well. Oh my god. They just made this whole entire thing very confusing. So now, overall, what do I think about the Nintendo Switch LITE? Honestly, it can go either way. I mean, like, I can't decide that yet. I mean, like, by watching it, I was just like, oh, this is gonna be trash. I mean, it's gonna be good or it'll be bad. I just kind of want to give my thoughts out there about what do I think about this. Personally, I think I might just keep the original Switch because I'm more of a console guy than I am just a portable and taking handhelds wherever I go kind of guy. But if, like I said, if I go to my personal job and I want to have something to do on my lunch break with my friends or whatever, or if I go on a family vacation or something like that, but I don't really go on family vacations. And also with my personal job, I focus more, they bring their Switches, so I don't really need to bring mine. And plus, I'm afraid that if I take my Switch somewhere, it's gonna get stolen. And it's just like, yeah. And I just don't really want my Switch to get ruined when I take it somewhere or whatever, because I know by my luck, my Switch would break if I take it somewhere or whatever. So I just leave my Switch at home. So that I'm more of a play my games on a TV screen kind of guy. I know that there are some people out there that do prefer playing their games on their TV, on a console, than they do as a portable kind of thing. But but like, I see this as a win-win kind of for most people. Like, if you guys do prefer playing games on your Switch as a portable thing, then it would be awesome for you. But like I said, the majority of the people around the world already do have the original Switch. So there is no reason why that this will become the big hot item like the original one did. The only reason I think that this one is gonna do good is that maybe if you're younger or something, if you don't have a personal job and you just get allowance or whatever, or if you do have like a summer job or something, this is the best way to kind of like save your money, and plus it's not that overly priced, and plus, like I said, it's easier to afford if you're younger age or whatever, and you can only afford that, and then also you can also get a couple of games too. So like the original Switch was $300, and this new one is going to be around $200. So I guess that is a better pricing range, but also too, just think what you're not going to be getting. You're not going to be getting the dock. You're not going to be getting cords with the dock. You don't need to worry about all the accessories that comes with the Switch and all that. You're just going to have just the handheld and plus the games that will come with it. So yeah. So I like I said, I see this as a win-win. Like, I see this as a win-win for everyone. And I do see more people commenting under the video saying that the original Switch is better. To me personally, I'm with that group, and I think the original Switch is better. But it just depends on how people are going to decide how they want to play with their Switch. Like, if you don't have a Switch yet, and you do really want to get the Switch, kind of think it over first. Like, do you think that you're going to be using the dock and also taking it with you on the go? Or are you just going to be one of those people that just say, like, well, I am going to be just using it as a portable device? Then like, that's kind of like something that you would want to think over and be like, you know what, I'm going to be more a portable guy and taking this with me wherever I go. I'm gonna get just that one instead of getting the original one. But if you want the full experience and what the Nintendo Switch is all about and why it was called the Switch, then I would save up my money, or even just getting just the original one, because I think personally the original one would be the best. And like I said, and I said it all throughout this whole entire video, that's why the Switch, that's what the Switch is all about. That's why it's got its name. So, yeah. So comment down below, you guys, what do you guys think about the Nintendo Switch Lite? Do you guys think it will be successful, or do you guys think it's just gonna fail? Or do you think that there will be maybe some other versions out there that will probably come in the world? Like, pretty soon they'll probably make the Nintendo Switch 3D, or maybe even making the Nintendo Switch 2D and something like that or whatever. I'm just hoping they're not going to go down the same road as they did with the Nintendo DS. I'm hoping that the Nintendo Switch will live up to its expectations, especially with the Nintendo Switch Lite. Like I said, the majority of the people thought, like I was just going to say, the majority of the people thought that we were going to get a Nintendo Switch Plus. Maybe this might be the Nintendo Switch Plus. Maybe maybe just like have this one, maybe have a better charge or something like that, because the original one only has like 3 hours of charge or whatever, but if you play certain games, the console just drains. So maybe focus on maybe like having this one have a better charge power or something like that, or just come up with a actual Nintendo Switch Plus to where, or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, you guys, comment down below what you guys think about this new Nintendo Switch Lite. So anyways, you guys, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.